My name is Marta and I'm a new media grad student. I am the first one ever, so it's exciting and stressful at the same time because I have to promote the new media program and be successful at it, so it draws attention of other potential students that would like to take on the program. I also occasionally call myself a photographer and an artist in the broadest terms because I like all kinds of art, including painting and drawing. So new media, well, new media isn't really new anymore. It has been around for a while in the commercial world, but maybe artists haven't been involved in it too much for their creative expression. It just recently exploded as a new way of creating art. That's why the new label hasn't been taken off yet. It's basically digital media, so it's sound, graphic design, photography, video production. Many of these elements are often included in a single work. Sometimes it includes user interactivity, and yeah, that's it. I have always been fascinated with images. I come from a traditional background of art education, which concerned painting and drawing and sculpture. But recently I have been more interested in the digital forms of expression. Digital media is an integral and inseparable part of everyday existence, so you either learn to navigate it or you stay behind in a sentimental past. I've always stayed away from visual information overload, but recently I started to embrace it and learn to navigate it, learn to work with it. So in the long term, my goal is to produce art that already contains an element of appeal from mass society that concerns advertising imagery and mass media imagery, because it's just a norm of our existence, and I want to learn to reach my audience on that level as well. To include in my art something that already aligns their environment on an everyday basis. So. I chose to work in graphic design and photography. What I'm basically doing is taking stock images and taking their elements and putting them together in one piece, sort of make it into a surrealist kind of illusionist picture. I'm also supposed to formulate a thesis for my grad studies program, and that will probably concern how we understand the world in our mass media culture, how we base our understanding of truth and reality on visual input from mass media imagery, which is actually distorted. So that will be something I will be looking into a bit more. I know it's really complicated, but I like it. Back when I was doing my Bachelor of Fine Arts in art at the University of Calgary, we were supposed to pick a specialty, a certain area of focus that we'd work in. Now I was told I was good at like the traditional forms, which was painting and drawing, but I wasn't really so good at photography, so I chose to focus on that area to learn more and sort of become not really an expert on it, but knowledgeable enough to produce art comfortably. And first it was film photography, but then it moved on to digital. And since then I was also doing some work on the side with graphic design and fashion photography. So that in the end culminated in 2008 when I enrolled in the multimedia production program at the Lethbridge College, and then I really became interested in digital media, and it continues on until today. I've lived in Lethbridge on and off for about 10 years, and I heard that the university had a great great undergrad arts program, but I didn't do my research when I went on for my bachelor's to the U of C, so I kind of regret not coming in to the U of L. But I've always wanted to do my master's, and when I heard about the opportunity from a former professor that this new media program was just approved, I immediately jumped at the opportunity, and I applied, and I was accepted, so happy to be here. With the new media program, I want potential students to understand that coming here they will be getting a well-rounded education that would include a broad spectrum of disciplines that in the end would help them really choose a specific focus and be informed on their choice. Key qualities that a potential student that wants to be successful should possess is curiosity, open-mindedness, commitment, and forward thinking. A typical day consists of lots of reading, and then you get to eat sometimes, and then you read some more, and then you come back and try to produce some really interesting studio work. It's a process. It doesn't really work out sometimes. Sometimes you change it, sometimes you come up with something brilliant, so it's a process. And it also includes being a teaching assistant for some of the classes. You help out with marking or with even giving a lecture occasionally, answering student questions. What else? You also take some courses that sort of go towards your final focus. The most important course that everybody going to the master's program should take is Introduction to Library Research. I would like to be involved in the design and advertising industry, and I would also love to be an educator, so teach maybe at universities about this area of new media. And I will probably continue doing photography, and I always wanted to branch out into film, so directing sounds really appealing to me right now. We'll see in 10 years though. It is very important to be a well-rounded individual because you learn how to adapt to your changing environment easily, and if you just want to focus on one specific discipline, don't care about all the other ones, you limit your personal growth opportunities and you basically get stuck in your ways. So liberal arts education, I think, opens your eyes to all the career prospects that can present themselves to you. Recently I have been working on a series of posters for the new media department film series called Hollywood and Beyond, The Great American Filmmakers. It's a series of movie screenings that's going on at the Library of Lethbridge, and these are actually pretty cool, so you guys should go and check those out. I've been to one screening, and it's actually movies you probably never see unless you went to these things. I got to practice my art, my skills, my graphic design skills, and I get to have my work shown around town and around university, so that's always a good deal. And yeah, you guys should check it out.